Today on Another World.
Something's up, isn't it?
Yeah. We got the autopsy report back from the lab.
And?
My mother was killed by a drug overdose.
Keep an eye on Blaine for me, will you?
What exactly do you mean, Jordan?
Well, an attractive young woman in a swinging place like the Connection is bound to be a target. A lot of young guys come in there on the make, hitting on her.
Oh, that's what a place like the Connection's about, isn't
Not
it?
for Blaine.
You can talk to your blue in the face, Larry Ewing, but I won't believe that you like working at the arena.
Well, look, have it any way you want. I like it. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun.
Fun? Listen to you. This doesn't sound like you. You always hated that place.
Wait, people change.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Oh. Hi, Jordan. I didn't hear you come in.
Like you were pretty involved in what you were doing. Hey, what are you doing here anyway?
I'm just checking the inventory.
At the arena? Isn't that overdoing it a little bit?
I don't know, is it?
Leave that be. I had somebody else do that job.
Is that an order?
That's an order, lady.
Aye, aye, sir.
Besides, I've got other things to occupy your mind.
Interesting things?
I think so. Like how are the plans for the party coming?
The housewarming party. The plans are in the very early stages.
That's bad. Yeah, I've sent the invitations out, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, that's all done. I just sent those out a couple days ago. It's just, there's still a lot of work to do.
Whatever needs doing, don't spare the expense. I want this to be the biggest bash Bay City's ever seen. I want it to be so spectacular that we even set Iris Bancroft on her ear if she was still around. By the time this party's over, everybody in Bay City will be talking about how far you've come. Doesn't that make you happy, sweetheart?
Yeah, sure it does.
Now, come on, if something's wrong, tell old Jordan.
Since you ask, something is very wrong.
Well, come on, tell me, what is it?
It's Larry and Clarice.
What about it?
It's what's happening to their marriage.
Where could Clarice be? What's keeping her?
Oh, she's having a rough time getting started this summer.
Larry hasn't come back yet, huh?
She just sits there like she's waiting for him to walk in any minute. She won't talk to me.
That's too bad. That's just what she needs. To talk to somebody.
Convince her of that.
Why, did you try?
Yeah. Ada.
Hmm?
Can I take a little break? There's something I'd like to do.
Well, yeah, sure, if it's important.
It might be.
Hey! You're not getting yourself involved, are you?
Maybe.
The mornings are so quiet here. Not like Chicago.
Yeah, a lot more quiet than when you kids were young. You and Pat and Russ chattering away about school and projects.
Oh, and Mother at the stove making pancakes, making sure everybody got a hot breakfast. Sure seems like a long time ago, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Dad, you're all right, aren't you?
Oh, I'm just fine. Better than I've been for a long time. It's good to have you back home.
Oh, it's good to be home. Chicago was fun. Well, sometimes. But it was never home.
Well, now Sally will be coming back, too. There's going to be a lot more life in the old homestead yet.
Yes, and soon. She comes back tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll seem like a family again.
Look at that. Just a second.
Good morning, Alan. How are you?
Why, Liz, good morning.
Hi, Jim.
What are you doing here so early?
Well, I wanted to drop this
way to work.
What is that?
It's Clancy.
Clancy! I'd forgotten all about him.
Well, I hadn't.
Who's Clancy?
Do you mean to tell me you do not remember Clancy?
Dad, Clancy was Sally's bear.
Her favorite toy.
Where on earth did you find him?
Oh, I've had him for years, and I just thought Sally would get a kick out of seeing poor old Clancy again.
I'm sure she'll be delighted that you remembered, Liz.
That's so sweet of you.
Well, you know, she's been away a while. And I wanted her to have something familiar to make her feel at home, just so she'd feel comfortable right away.
Well, Clancy will do the trick, Liz.
I know she's going to feel just like I do.
How's that, dear?
Very happy to be home again.
All right. Tell me, what's happening to Clarice and Larry's marriage?
Oh, come on, Jordan. You know as well as I do what's happening to them.
All I know is that Larry moved in here.
What kind of marriage can that possibly be? Clarice is at home. Larry is here.
Well, I assume Larry knows what he's doing.
You sound like you condone Larry's leaving Clarice and Corey.
Not at all, but he must have had a legitimate reason for walking out.
Such as?
I don't know. Maybe she was hassling him too much.
No. Jordan, I know Clarice. Hassling is not her style.
Well, what does she say about it?
Clarice? She's not saying anything.
Well, how do you know I'm not right?
Jordan, Clarice and Larry love each other. I want to see them back together again.
All right. You want for me to have a little chat with Larry and find out what he's thinking about the situation?
You would do that for me?
Sure, baby, I'd do anything for you. You know that.
Oh, Jordan, thank you.
Giving you pleasure is what gives me pleasure.
Listen, while you're at it, maybe you could impress upon Larry that if he's not careful, he just might lose Clarice.
Listen, let me practice on you, okay?
What?
I mean, let me give you a manicure.
Ada,
Come
just
on,
had a manicure.
Oh, I gotta make sure I can do this, but still do it by opening on Monday. Come on, sit down.
Oh,
I'll just
Ada.
change the polish. Okay?
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know where to start. All right, now let me see. Better take the old polish off, all right?
Right.
Okay. Oh, I don't see as good as I used to. Here we go. You want to talk about it?
I can't, Ada.
Well, I don't want to butt in.
Oh, you wouldn't be butting in. I can't talk about it without crying.
Well, so cry. You've been hurt. When you're hurt, you're supposed to cry.
I miss him so much.
I know you do. You know, I wish you'd called me. I mean, you didn't have to talk. All you had to know was that I was there. You need your family and your friends now, you know. That's what we're there for.
Ada, you've got so many problems now. I didn't want to add mine to them.
Well, yours are mine, you know? I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. I don't know what I would have done when Charlie died without you.
I didn't do anything.
Look, you and Lee and Joey were there for me. I don't know what I would have done without you. You were there.
Ada, I don't know what happened. I mean, that's the whole problem. I wouldn't even know what to tell you if I could talk about it.
What I can't figure out is why Larry went to work at the arena. I mean, that one just doesn't make sense to me. There's something else that doesn't make sense either.
What?
Mac offered Larry a job, and Larry turned him down.
Larry turned down a job? But...
Yep.
I mean, that's crazy. Why would he work for Jordan? Mac is like a father to Larry.
Well, there must be some explanation.
Oh, well, don't be too sure. I thought that I knew Larry. But the more I hear, the less I know.
You do know Larry. And he's a good man. I'm not going to believe anything else.
How can we explain what he's doing?
Well, I can't. But maybe he can. Now, why don't you go to him and talk to him and...
I can't.
Well, yes, you can. Now, why not? I mean, this is your marriage we're talking about, honey.
I can't. I can't because I'm afraid that Larry's already made his choice.
Blaine.
Hi, Lee. I don't know what it is with today, but everyone's creeping up on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, that's all right, really. What can I do for you?
Well, it's not a what. It's a who. Two of them. Clarice and Larry.
Yeah. I don't wonder. Here, take that.
Yeah, well, I guess you know that Clarice isn't too happy about what's been going on between her and Larry.
Yeah, I know. But it's more like what's not going on between them.
Yeah. I got a plan. At least to start them talking. All we got to do is get them alone together in the same room.
Oh, great. How are you going to do that? Nobody has been able to even talk to either one of them yet.
Well, I've been doing some serious thought on the matter.
Yeah, and?
Will you help with Clarice?
Oh, Lee, I would love to. Just tell me what to do.
Well, why don't you tell her that you have something to talk to her about? Have her, well, you meet her over at the house at a particular time.
I think I can do that. Sounds pretty easy. But that's not the problem. Larry's the problem. He's being as elusive as a wild Wyoming Mustang right now.
I'll handle that part.
Yeah, okay, if you can. That's more than I've been able to do.
Well, I thought I'd try the same tactics on Larry. Tell him that I have something very important to talk to him about and have him meet me over at the house at that same particular time.
He'll just tell you to tell him over the phone.
Oh, I'll tell him I can't discuss it over the phone, that it's something very personal. It's not some man-to-man thing. You think it'll work?
I think we should try it. Okay, let's coordinate it then.
Okay, well, why don't you call Clarice up and tell her that you'll meet her over at the house, say around 7.
Okay.
And I'll do the same with Larry.
Oh, I hope this works.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, let's hope.
You really think we got a shot?
Honey, at this point, I think anything is worth a shot.
Jordan, you want to see me?
Oh, yeah, I did, Larry. Come on in. Sit down. Can, I get you something, a cup of coffee or something?
Yeah, I don't need any coffee. I'm already pretty excited.
Oh, good for you. So, how are you enjoying the work?
I like it. Yeah, there's one thing bothering me, though.
Well, come on, out with it. We don't like any unhappy employees here at the arena.
No, it's not that. I just wonder how I fit in out here.
Quite snugly from my observation.
Come on, look. Serious, I mean, this kind of work is different from anything I ever did as a cop.
Well, I imagine it would be. But you don't have any worries about the quality of your work, do you?
Maybe. A little.
Oh, let me reassure you right now, Larry. I think you're doing a fine job. I couldn't be more pleased.
Really? Well, glad to hear it.
Well, how's everything else?
What do you mean?
At home.
Oh. The family.
Yeah. Specifically, Clarice.
Well, I think, we both could use a little time by ourselves right now.
Well, you two have always stood out to me as a very happy couple. I'd hate to see anything happen to that. Especially if thought I had something to do with it.
Oh, hey, man, no way. Look, this is strictly between Clarice and me.
Well, maybe if you went to see Clarice, you could, iron out your problems.
You know, you're starting to sound like Blaine.
She's concerned.
Oh, I get it. She asked you to talk to me about this, right?
Sure. I don't blame her. She doesn't want to see anything happen to you and Clarice.
Well, maybe not, but it's none of her business, and I wish she'd just butt out.
She's your sister. She worries about you, too.
Yeah, well, I can't help that, Jordan. Look, Clarice and I are gonna work this thing out, all right?
I get your drift, Larry, and I'm sorry if I overstepped any boundaries.
Hey, no problem. Just forget it.
Listen, there's one thing I'd just like to say. You need any help from me or Blaine?
Hey, Jordan, look, I'm telling you, Clarice and I are gonna handle this. You and Blaine, you two have already done enough.
How are you doing, aside from work?
Oh, okay, I guess.
But you wouldn't tell me if you weren't okay, would you?
Well, you know. Have you seen Larry?
Yeah. I've seen him a couple times recently.
How is he?
I take it you haven't seen him.
Not since the night he walked out.
What? You haven't seen him since then?
Well, he stopped by to get some of his things, but I was out and I missed him.
Oh, honey, I am sorry. I wish there was something I could do to help.
Did he say anything to you?
No,
Are
he
you
didn't.
sure?
Clarice, I promise you I'd tell you if he did. He just told me to butt out when I tried to talk some sense into him. He'll come around, though. I know he will. You just gotta try to be patient.
I'm trying. It's already been a week. Larry and I haven't been apart that long since we were married, except for when he was out looking for Mac and Rachel.
Let's try not to think about it, okay?
That's why I'm keeping busy, you know, helping Edith with the shop.
Say, can you spare a little time for me?
I guess so. Why?
I need your help with something.
What?
Well, I told you that I was going to throw a real big, huge housewarming party at my new house, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it. You want me to help you with that?
Only if you can spare the time.
Well, yeah, what do you want me to do?
Well, I can tell you all that at another time, but basically I stopped by here to find out if you're free tonight, are you?
Well, I have to work kind of late here, but sure, I'll be home later.
Oh, good. How about 7 o'clock? Would that be okay?
Yeah, Corey should be home, and I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to stay home in
case Larry comes home.
Yeah. Every night I think, well, this is the night. And then, oh, I shouldn't get into it.
I'm so sorry, really. I understand. I mean, ooh, a brother of mine makes me so mad sometimes I could just wring his neck. Listen, I gotta run, but I just want to make sure that tonight's on. But are you sure you won't be too tired?
No, really. Come on over. I can use your company.
Okay, good. You know, I think what I'll do is I'll bring my guest list so you can look at it, and I'll bring my menu and we can drool over it together. How does that sound?
Yummy.
Clarice, now, in the meantime, if you could come up with some real catty little stories about people in Bay City, then I can invite them to the party and then show off.
Blaine, you are hopeless.
But I'm having fun.
So what made Sally decide to come back to Bay City?
Well, Dad, Sally decided that nursing wasn't for her. So she's going back to Bay State, and she's going to major in journalism.
Oh.
Also, I think she missed her family and friends. I bet she missed her mother. You'd never get her to admit that.
Yeah, kids are so busy denying their parents, they never have time to admit they need them.
I bet she was lonely. I think that had something to do with it. I know she missed Mary Ann. Every time we talked, she'd ask about her.
They've kept in touch, haven't they?
Yes, they have. They've been writing, and so they've kept pretty close.
I'm glad.
Well, I don't want to drag practical matters up at this moment, but...
Liz, you know you love it. Admit it.
Have you considered where you're going to put Sally? What room?
Well, I guess maybe in Russ's old room.
Did you hear that? Russ's room. That's much too small. Oh, Sally won't mind that. Now, please, dear, just think for a minute. Pat's room, pretty bedspread, the matching drapes. It's much more feminine.
Maybe so, but Russ's room is sunnier. It's on the south side. It'll be much more cheerful for her.
But she needs space to move around in, study.
But Russ's room is smaller. It's cozier.
Just hold it. Hold it. Why don't we wait until Sally gets here and we'll let her decide?
Okay. I guess sometimes we do have some pretty silly arguments, don't we, Jim?
Well, I'd never classify them as arguments, Liz. More like spirited discussions.
Well, whatever they are, it feels good to have someone to have a spirited discussion with.
Hey, Blaine, where you been?
Out.
Okay, now that we've established that, what were you doing while you were out?
Joey, why are you always asking me so many questions?
Hey, I'm sorry. I was just wondering if you've seen anybody.
You mean, have I seen Clarice? Yes, I have seen her. I was just at the beauty shop.
How are Ada and Clarice?
Ada wasn't there. She was out on an errand.
How's Clarice? Boy, are we tight-lipped today.
Must be catching. I can't get anyone to talk to me either.
Clarice won't talk, huh?
Not much.
Taking it hard?
Yeah, she really is. Lee and I have come up with an idea to try to get Larry and Clarice together so that they'll at least talk to each other.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know, huh?
Joey, as long as we're on the subject of helping, there's something I want to talk to you about.
Shoot.
About the kiss the other day.
What about it? I enjoyed it. Why don't we leave it at that?
No, I'm sorry. There are some things that I have to get straight.
Like what?
Like, I don't want you reading anything into it that wasn't there.
You're saying it didn't mean anything to you?
Yes, I guess that is what I'm saying.
Blaine, it meant a lot to me.
But it shouldn't have, Joey. I was just grateful to you for helping me.
I don't care what you say. It meant a lot to me.
Don't let it. Listen, I will tell you that that kiss was strictly an expression of gratitude.
You want it straight from me?
Joey.
It means more than that to me.
You're wrong, Joey. You're absolutely wrong.
I don't believe you.
Fine. Suit yourself. But if you read something into it that wasn't there, it's your neck.
I accept that.
Joey, please try to understand something. I love Jordan. That's not going to change.
I'm not going to put any pressure on you if that's what you're worried about.
Then can we just forget about it?
You mean pretend like it never happened?
Yes, will you please do that for me?
Okay, Blaine, if it's so important to you.
It really is.
Hey, Jerry. How you doing?
Okay, considering.
I heard about your mother. I'm real sorry.
Yeah, well, thanks.
If there's anything I can do, you let me know.
I will, and thanks again, Joey. Blaine, I'd like to talk to you. Alone if I can.
Sure, Jerry.
I had some work to do over at the bar.
Something's up, isn't it?
Yeah. We got the autopsy report back from the lab.
And?
My mother was killed by a drug overdose.
I'm sorry, Jerry. You know how much I cared for Margo.
We know who did it to her. Whenever anyone's got to go, they always die of a drug overdose. Now, I can't prove anything, but you know, and I know, that's Jordan Scott's trademark.
Jerry, I don't want to listen to this.
You might be right, Blaine. You might be right. Now, I know, indeed, that it's you who needs to be protected. And I'm going to tell you again, you better get out while the getting's good.
Jerry, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Blaine, if you do know something, anything, you better decide whom you're going to talk to and soon.
But I don't know anything. And you don't know anything. You just got through telling me you have no proof.
No. But if I did, I'd have him arrested in a minute.
But you can't, because you don't know anything. And would you please just stop it? Forget it.
Only for now, Blaine. Only until I get that proof. And I'm not going to rest until I see you out of this situation.
What situation? I am not in a situation. Listen, Jerry, I love Jordan. I'm not going to leave him. Now, if you're finished with me, please.
Blaine.
Jerry, please, I've got a lot of things to do tonight before we open.
Okay. But you think about what I told you. You think about what happened to my mother.
Jerry, I know you mean well.
I know. I know. Mind my own business.
Yes. And I'll mind mine.
What was she doing here?
Jerry?
Not another. What were you two talking about?
He was just...
Jerry was here to see me.
Oh, yeah? About what?
I had some stuff to do for Charlie Hobson, and he promised to help me out with it.
Oh, well. Nice.
Yeah, it was.
So, what did I have to talk to you about, baby?
No, nothing, really.
Well, you're certainly talking about something, and it looked like it was pretty serious.
Serious? It wasn't serious. We were just small talk.
Yeah? About what?
The house.
Our new house.
Yeah. I was telling him how excited I am to move into it.
You didn't look excited. You looked upset.
No, well, maybe I was complaining a little bit because of all that work that I had to do for the housewarming party we're having.
Well, it shouldn't get you upset. You get all the help you need.
Well, I know that. Maybe it was just a case of reverse pride.
Reverse pride?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Well, that's when you're working on something you really, really love, right? And it's a lot of hard work, but you don't mind doing it. But you complain about it anyway. It's sort of a way of bragging.
That's a new one. Reverse pride, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But you are happy about moving into the house, huh?
Oh, Jordan, yes, I'm thrilled. I'm so happy that you got it for us. Really, I love it.
Oh, I'm glad. You know, when you're happy, that makes me happy.
Yeah, I know.
Good. Now, don't you forget it.
I won't.
Listen, I got a meeting with Jess Cooper. I better get going.
Okay.
See you later. Bye.
Joey, thank you.
Forget it.
No, I won't. I was in a pretty tight spot just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it looked that way. What were you two talking about anyway? It looked pretty serious.
Who, me and Jordan?
No, you and Jerry.
I was just telling him about our new house.
Hope I haven't kept you waiting, Jess.
Cutting it pretty close, aren't you?
Right on time, with me.
By the time I keep, you're a couple of minutes late.
Well, I had a potential emergency downstairs.
Oh?
But I think I averted it successfully.
You're a smart man, Jordan. Smart enough, I hope, never to keep me waiting again.
Yeah, well, so what's on your mind?
The frame kid. Is he still snooping around the dock project?
I don't think so. Why do you ask?
You don't think so? Don't you know?
Well, rumor has it that Mac Coy sent him out of town.
The rumor? What is this? Don't you know anything for certain?
My sources are generally accurate. Frame is out of town.
It seems odd to me that Corey would send the kid out of town at this particular time.
Since when does a business trip seem odd?
There's a leak down the line somewhere, Jordan.
You're jumping to conclusions, Jess.
Somebody got to Corey and let him know the kid was the target.
No way. The organization is airtight.
You're nobody's fool, Jordan. But neither am I. I said there's a leak, and a bad one.
Look, Frame went out of town on a business trip. Trust me.
I trust no one.
Suit yourself, Jess, but that trip could have been planned a long time ago. Way before the accident happened.
All right. For now. And I suppose it's all water under the dam at this point, anyway. We're gonna have to step up the operation.
Oh, yeah?
I told you before that I want Corey to sell his dock project.
I know that.
Well, knowing that, do you have any ideas about how we can force his hand?
Well, you did mention something about getting Corey closer to home.
Yes, I did. I want Corey stopped. And this time, no penny ante fires. No missing equipment. No piddling things like that. I want Corey Publishing totally disabled.
Going for the juggler this time, are you, Jess?
I want Mark Corey so busy trying to get that publishing company back in business that he'll be only too happy to sell his doc project.
So, what do you want me to do?
I'll leave that to you, Jordan. But I want a plan soon. And it better be better than the last one.
Leigh? Is anybody home? Come on in, door's open.
How's it going, buddy?
That could be better, I guess.
It's rough, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize how rough it could be until I came over here.
Nobody said it was gonna be easy, Larry.
I know it. I just try not to think about it. I wasn't prepared for this, you know?
Look, how's it going down at the arena?
Making some headway. Things are going right along the schedule.
You got anything definite on Scott yet?
No, it's just a lot of talk. But I'm learning how things operate down there.
I can't wait to nail that guy, Larry.
Wait a minute. Hey, something's up. Something specific.
I got the autopsy report on my mother.
You suspect foul play?
No question about it. She died of a drug overdose.
That's Jordan's trademark.
He's responsible, Larry. I know it.
We're gonna get him. But we gotta get proof, and I'm gonna get that proof if it's the last thing I ever do.
Even at the expense of your family? Look, you've seen what this thing has done already, Larry. Are you willing to sacrifice everything just to get this guy?
Well, look, wouldn't you be?
Yeah. But right now, I don't have a family to put on the line.
Hey, look, I knew what I was getting into when I took this job.
Did you? I mean, really?
Yeah, I did. Captain Matroni told me everything to expect.
Yeah, but with the way that things are, I just can't see how you're willing to go on with it.
Well, at this point, buddy, I don't see how I have even much choice.
I just wish that there was more that I could do.
Yeah, well, you're doing it. You're doing a lot. You're about the only person I can open up to, right? Clarice?
Larry,
I
Blaine
was...
said... I was at... Blaine was gonna meet me here.
Leigh, wanted to talk to me.
Here?
Yeah, he said that, we'd have the house all to ourselves.
Oh.
I guess I better get going. I'm sorry that you won't accept my apologies, Larry, but I'm running out of them fast.
Sounds like it's your problem, buddy.
Look, Larry, I'm gonna say it again. I wish this thing hadn't happened.
Yeah, well, it did. I can't pretend it didn't.
I guess that does it then. I'll see you around.
Don't hold your breath.
All right, Larry, fine. We'll play it your way. Good night, Clarice.
Good night, Jerry.
So, Joe, you know about all the activity at the Connection?
Oh, you can't help but hear about it. Blaine's been in and out. Everybody's talking about it.
The news travels fast. How'd you like to help down there?
At the Connection?
None other?
Sure. What do you want me to do?
Well, we wouldn't want you to work there full time. We've got too much invested in you to let you leave the arena completely, but I'd like you to give him a hand.
Say when?
Well, what I have to do is work out a schedule for you.
Oh, you mean like halftime here, halftime there?
Well, that sounds all right for now. Later on, we can make adjustments.
What exactly you want me to do with the connection?
Oh, general stuff, really. Whatever Jason and Blaine need doing. You can handle that, can't you?
Sounds simple enough.
Oh, yeah, one other thing. Melissa and Jason are starting an escort service.
Yeah, I heard about that.
How would you feel about helping there? You mind working that in?
Well, not so far, but, you know, it sort of depends on what you want me to do.
Well, I'll get back to you on that. Probably a little bit of everything, till they get a permanent staff.
Yeah, that's my specialty, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, glad to hear it.
Well, okay, that's great. I better get going now. I got a lot to do.
Just a minute, Joey. There is something else you can do for me.
What?
Well, since you'll be going in and out of the connection a lot, I wonder if you mind doing me a little favor.
Name it.
Keep an eye on Blaine for me, will you?
What exactly do you mean, Jordan?
Well, an attractive young woman in a swinging place like the connection, bound to be a target. A lot of young guys coming in there on the make, hitting on her.
Oh, that's what a place like the connection's about, isn't it?
Not for Blaine. I want you to make sure that nobody gets too close to her.
Blaine can take care of herself.
Of course she can.
Okay, sure, whatever you want to do.
If anybody comes on too strong to her, I want to hear about it. You got that?
Yeah. I'll tell you if there's any problem.
Good, fine.
Well, I better get back down there, you know. I gotta get a move on. Big crowd tonight.
All right, that's all for now, Joe.
Well, looks like we were set up.
Yeah, it does look that way.
I guess Leigh has a master plan to get us together.
Oh, I think that Blaine might have had something to do with it, too. How are you?
Me? Oh, I'm terrific, as a matter of fact.
You can talk to your blue in the face, Larry Ewing, but I won't believe that you like working at the arena.
Well, look, have it any way you want. I like it. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun.
Fun? Listen to you. This doesn't sound like you. You always hated that place.
Well, people change.
Not 180 degrees, not in such a short time.
Look, babe, look, all I know is that you can hate things you don't understand. The view from the other side can be real interesting.
Interesting? All I know that's interesting is that Mac Corey asked you to work at his publishing company.
Yeah, that's right. Who told you that?
Well, Ada told me, and she said you didn't accept it. Why not?
The guy, he didn't offer me enough money.
But Jordan did.
Yeah, he did. I'm making a lot of money, baby. I mean, I'm making more money now than I ever could have hoped to have made on the police force.
But that never bothered you, Larry.
Well, like I said, you know, the view from the other side changes.
You mean how you feel about money?
Yeah, and I'm telling you one thing right now. I'm not working for peanuts again.
I can't believe that I'm hearing this. Larry, what's happening to you?
Nothing but good. I reached out for a brass ring, baby, and I got it.
You like living at the arena?
Yeah, they treat me real good over there.
And I didn't treat you right? Is that what you're saying?
No, honey, I'm saying that it was just different with us, you know, like we scraped along, we struggled, and you don't have to live that way if you don't choose to.
And you don't choose to. You don't want to live the way we used to.
Baby, no. It was a hassle.
Well, I guess Corey and I don't mean that much to you then.
No, it's not true. You and Corey will always be important to me. I just see that, you know, we are on two different roads, and I don't like the road you're on, and you obviously don't like the road that I'm on right now, so I don't see why we even have to discuss it.
Yeah, I guess when you put it like that, you're right. There isn't much to say. Funny. It doesn't seem like we were ever married.
Yeah, I know, Clarice. It seems like it was 100 years ago. Well, look, I gotta hit the trail. I gotta work tonight at the arena. We have a large crowd coming in.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another Work.